Main things that we're going to be kind of looking at here is just what all is involved in the new website. New website here being GVERSE.com. Kind of what's included in that, what's changed, how it looks now, and kind of what all you can do on there. This is going to be kind of an integration between the support website and the main LMKR page. That's the support.lmkr.com and the regular lmkr.com, respectively. They're going to be combined into this one website. And we'll just be kind of running through how to navigate through that new site. No real major changes, just some different ways that it looks, and a couple of different ways you'll be interacting with a few things. So we'll just be kind of running through that and then taking a look at it. As of right now, you're able to go through and access this website now. If you're going to the old channels, the lmkr.com and the support.lmkr.com, they will redirect you to this website. So if you'd like to take a look at this while we're kind of going along here, kind of navigate it yourself, feel free. You should have access to it currently. So with that, we'll just kind of jump directly into it and take a look at that new site. So here we are, gverse.com. Again, everything that you're going to be doing inside of this website is going to be accessed from here. So if you just need some basic information about the software, what does it do? You need to get some sales information, you can get that, as well as direct access to the support information. No longer separating those two websites from each other. All of that can be done from here. First thing I'll point out, for those of you that are new to the company, we have our registration to register for the support website up here in the upper right-hand corner. You have your sign up link there. You can click, follow through the steps, fill out the information there, name, company information, contact info, all that good stuff there. So you can go ahead and get registered for this website. If you've already been registered through the support portal, then you don't need to do so again. All that carries over to this new website. So this is mainly just for those of you that are new to the company and maybe don't have your own login information yet. Again, typically the bigger companies will have some credentials there, but all the users within that company don't. So if you don't have that information, go ahead and sign up there. Those of you that do, the sign-in link is up there in the upper right-hand corner as well. So again, same credentials that you're using before, whatever login information you had, you can log in and connect with that account directly on here. Again, no need to re-register or recreate accounts or anything else like that. Okay. So once we've gotten logged in there, I can see my contact information up there at the top, and now I can go through and start navigating the portal here now. Certain aspects of the website do require you to have the login, primarily when you start getting into the support side of things, as far as the downloads, accessing the support portal to create cases, license management, accessing the webinars in the Knowledge Center. All of those will require a login. As well as getting into the training collaterals. So we'll kind of look at that in a little bit. Some things that don't require to log in, like I said, if maybe you're just coming to the website to get some information about the software, you don't need to log in for that information. I'll kind of be just going through the various tabs up here at the top and kind of working my way through them. The first one is your solutions. So this is just some background information on what the software does. What we as a company do, or your geological, your geophysical needs between the two packages there, as well as all the products broken down by what they do exactly. So your data management and mapping tools, GeoAtlas, ISOMAP, well-based lease map, and the Petrel connector, your geological tools, X-section, geomodeling, web steering, and SmartStrat, petrophysical tools, your depth registration, login well editor, and your reservoir characterization, as well as the petrophysics tool itself. And then your geophysics applications, your seismic interpretation, attributes, inversion, predict, and then the login advanced synthetics and seismic modeling. And we also have some field planning tools available as well for Field Planner and Well Planner. So all that information there are just going to be your data sheets for the software. You can access all that information. And again, that's one of the things you don't necessarily need a login to get to. So those of you that are interested in what the software is capable of, that's where you can find that information. Next is your support tab here. That's going to get you all the information that you would typically get from the support portal. Requesting a license file, updating a license file, getting to your downloads, the remote support client, case management, and the knowledge center. All that's going to be handled much the same way we did before. License management is very similar to what it was before in the past. You just give the information on, I currently have this license, I want to upgrade to this new version, or I'm requesting a brand new license altogether, and you'll just fill out the information that is required there, primarily your MAC address if you're going to be doing a license that's tied to the PC, server information if you're going to be creating a network license, or if you're going to be upgrading a license, just some information on your current license where you can attach the current license and do all of that information. So from here, you can fill out the information. Company name information should already be filled out if you're logged in. And then if you want to transfer a license to a new portal, new server, or upgrade a license to a brand new version of the software as they come out. Our 2019.3 version of the software should be out by this point as well. And you can request your upgrade to that version here, just getting the new 2019.3 license, and that'll get you access to the new version of the software. As I mentioned, also you can get your downloads from here. The downloads page will have access to all the various versions of the software, and this page is going to look a little bit different than what you might have been used to in the previous website. We're trying to streamline this a little bit so you don't have to go through and navigate a lot of tabs and find everything else. So we kind of just prime a couple questions for you at the start, and that's mainly going to be, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a specific tool, the whole software? Some of the modules are just separate installers, so they have their own little option here. So what product are you looking for? GeoGraphix is going to be the software suite as a whole. After that, you'll just have the installer for attributes, connect, geomodeling, inversion, planner, predict 3D, web steering, PetroHive, utilities. All those are broken out by their own separate installers. So if you don't want to go through there and get everything, you can get a thing individually. For the most part, especially in the newer releases, geomodeling and planner are already built into the installers, so you don't need to get anything separate for that. But some of the older releases, you'll need to get those separately, so that's why they're included in there. So let's take a look here at just the main software. I'm going to choose GeoGraphix. And then after that, it'll list all the installers all the way back to the 2007 version of the software. So again, if you're looking for a more recent one, then we can further narrow this down a little bit further, as well as determining, am I looking for the whole release, the major release, the full version of the software? Am I looking for a patch, or am I looking for a hotfix file? We'll typically update you guys through email messages or through support calls, whatever, when these patches and hotfixes come out, so you know when to go looking for them. So when you come to the downloads page, you can separate those out again by full releases, patch files, or hotfix files. So we'll take a look at major releases here. So now this should just be limited to the full releases, the full, just like 2019.2, 2019.1, 2017.3, 2017.2, and so on down the list. Now your patches, that's going to be your 2019.2.1, 2019.2.2, and so on. Each one of those will be under the patch, and then the hotfixes will be the 2019.2.1, HF1, HF2, HF meaning hotfix. So that's going to be how it's broken out there. So again, you're simplifying this, so you're only grabbing files that pertain to what you're looking for. So again, right now I'm seeing all the major releases from 2019.2 back to 2007. So again, I can further filter that down to, let's get the most recent stuff, 2019.2. So here's all the files that you would need as a user coming in and trying to upgrade to the new version, or brand new user new to the software. These are all the files that you're going to need to install the software. Your 2019.2 setup. There's also a DVD ISO file for those of you that are going to be packaging installs or doing anything else like that. You only need one of these whenever you're downloading. Their license management tool, your Esri tool, and then your utilities. Those are all the basic files that you're going to need for your installation. So you can come through here and select all. Like I said, I only need one of these, so I'm going to uncheck the ISO. And I can add those down to my bucket down here at the bottom. They'll get added down there into that shopping cart. Then you go ahead and click on that, go through the disclaimer, and you can download all those files together into one zip file. And then you unzip it, and you can start each one of those installations. So we're trying to simplify that a little bit so that you're not going through all those various tabs and other things in there. You basically tell us what you're looking for, and we'll simplify it down to those files that you need to do that. So this is your GeoGraphics major release for 2019.2, and then whether or not you'll be using your own version of Esri. If you are going to be using your own version of Esri, it's going to ask you which version of Esri you're running. And again, this will be different depending on the version of the software you're trying to use. So with the latest release, we're compatible with 10.2 up to 10.6. If you grab an older version of the software, it may have 10.1, 10.0, and 9.3 included in there as well as a couple of these removed because they're not compatible with the older versions. So yes, you are able to prompt for that as well. By default, if you don't have your own Esri, then it just gives you the latest download that we have. So yeah, the downloads page, we hope that's a bit more streamlined, a bit more easier for people to get into and access. But of course, at any time you have any questions about that, you can feel free to contact us at support, and we can help you get the right information. Case management is also here in the support tab. This is where you can create cases as well as manage existing cases. If you need to check the status or any other information, attach files to the case, that can be found from here. So your active cases will be listed here. And if you don't have any active cases or you need to create a new one, you can create a case directly through the support portal. So there's really 3 ways of creating a case. One is you call us directly through the phone line. That creates a case in our system for us to manage for you. You can email us at support@lmkr.com. We'll create the case from your email through there, and you can also create one through the portal. So 1 of 3 ways of doing that. That'll all be the same case essentially, regardless of which method that you use, and then you can manage that information from here. And then we also have our Knowledge Center, very similar to what it was before. Again, just kind of a little bit of a different layout, different look to it. This is where you are going to be able to search the Knowledge Center. Kind of type in your search in there, what you're looking for, whether it be a solution or anything else. And then down here at the bottom, we have a couple different links that'll take you to a certain aspect of the software. So system requirements, if you need to find what's required to run the software, we have that information. Click on learn more for that. Release notes and installation guides, if you want to know what all is included in every software release, as well as the patches, what bugs get fixed into those patches. Release notes will give you that information. And we also have installation guides that'll walk you through the installation process. The supported products matrix will give you a little spreadsheet document, essentially, on kind of showing you what other third-party softwares are supported with our current releases of GeoGraphics. So you can see which versions of Petrel we're compatible with, which versions of Microsoft Office, Esri, just various other third-party tools that we can interact with directly. You'll see what's supported by which version. Some FAQ questions you can find out there, some answers to a couple questions we get a lot of the time. It's pretty helpful information you can find from there. Our demos and webinars, you can click on learn more here or there to get a list of all the webinars that we have available on our portal. This webinar that we're doing right now will be available on there later on. So if you ever want to go back and review anything from that, you can find that information. Typically, any webinars that we do takes about 24 to 48 hours to get that information uploaded and posted onto the portal. So if you're looking for a new webinar, just give it a bit of time for that to be uploaded. I think typically we send out a link to let you know when it is available, as well as any past webinars that we've done. These go all the way back several years, covering various topics on how to do certain things. And we'll try to update as many of those as we can over time as the software changes, but some of them, the workflows will still work in the newer release as it was done in the older release. So if you're ever looking to do something and you notice it's an older webinar, still give it a look. It might still answer your question because the workflows remain pretty much the same. We have some tips and tricks of the software. This kind of gives you just some tips on how to do certain things, a lot of times interacting with some of the new features in the software, how to access those and what they do exactly. This can show you how to do those things. Our white paper database, all the white papers we've written over the years on how to do certain things in the software. Again, just kind of some step-by-step guide or just some background information on various tools or various workflows in the software. And then our solution article database. If you're trying to search for a particular problem and want to find a solution for that, you can access that information there. And of course, you can't find the answer to it from there. Again, feel free to contact us and we can help you out with that information as well. So again, the Knowledge Center, same kind of information we saw before, more or less the same layout, just kind of a different UI to it and what you can find from there. Last thing I'll point out here is your remote support client. For those of you that have worked with support in the past, a lot of times we'll ask if we can remote into your machine to kind of take a look at what you're doing. This is where you'll download the tool that allows you to do that. If you'd like, right now you can go ahead and download that file. When you click that link, it'll immediately start the download down there at the bottom. I'm through Chrome, so it's kind of a typical download there. Other browsers may prompt you before downloading it. If you save that file, then you can run that anytime the support team would like to remote in without you having to come in here and download it every single time. So if you're watching right now, go ahead and feel free to download that and have that ready for any time the support team wants to access the machine for a remote session. For those of you that don't allow TeamViewer connections, of course, we always also allow WebEx or GoToMeeting or Microsoft Teams. If you have some other way of getting us to remote in, we can do that as well, but typically those will require setting up appointments, either emailing us directly or something like that, and we can set up a connection to that as well. But yeah, so that's where anytime we ask for the remote support client, if again, you remember from the previous website, it was kind of found as a little link in the middle of the page here. Now it is under the support tab. You'll find it right there. And again, contacting support, and we should be able to direct you to that as well if you don't have it ahead of time. The events tab is just some information about upcoming events that you can find that are happening in the industry. Of course, these days, a lot of these are being canceled, so we will probably not make it to all of these. But we'd like to keep our ear to the ground, and if some of these do appear that they're going to go ahead and occur anyways, come out and meet us at some of these. This is what we're planning on going to at this point. I don't remember off the top of my head if AAPG Rocky Mountain was already canceled or not, or SEG. I think last I heard SEG was still happening. But again, keep our ear to the ground and what if anything changes there. You can kind of see what events we're planning on visiting, and then if you want to come out and visit us, feel free. We'll typically have a booth at those events. The e-learning tab, this is going to be some training information that is available. Again, we also have access to our webinars from here, so we can sign up for an upcoming webinar or access the webinars that we've already recorded and previously released onto our software, onto our website. That information can be accessed from here. So it gives you some information on the recent webinars, any user groups that we've done virtually as well. Some of those have been recorded, so you can find that information. So this is typically just going to be the recent information. Again, under support and the Knowledge Center, you can find the recorded webinars that go back further than that. The other thing is our training. these days, as everybody's kind of working more in a remote environment, we don't really have many in-person training classes going on right now. So we are offering our virtual training classes. If you'd like to sign up for any of those, you can access that from our virtual training portal here, as well as getting access to our training collaterals. We're putting up a lot of our, what am I trying to say? Training manuals online, so you can access those if you want to just kind of look through some certain workflows or just learn a bit more about the software kind of at your own pace or see how to do certain workflows. That information can be found there under the training collaterals. Again, all you need is to have a login and be current on our maintenance and support. So you can find that information from here. Any users that are not registered or not current on the MNS, then you will not be able to get the access to those manuals. But yes, so this gives you information on the manual as well as some of the recorded trainings. I believe we have there under the watch video link there as well. And again, like I said, you can sign up for trainings from here as well. Select the course title. Here's the various titles that are coming up. What month you want to take that class. Location, like I said, we're doing them all virtually at this point, so location you don't need to worry about. But typically when we start offering those in person again, we'll offer those at various places around the country. I think the main places we typically offer them are going to be in Houston, Oklahoma City, Pittsburgh, and Denver are the main public places that we have available. But if you're ever interested in getting some on-site training as well, we can also accommodate those needs as well. The Academia tab here will give you some information on the university grant program and the software for students. Any students watching right now, we do offer free licenses for students to learn about the software and kind of use the software. I believe all that's required is just proof of enrollment at a university. And then various universities, we have the software at the university as well for students that want to go to whatever kind of center they have available for that with the software on there. We do offer that at a couple select universities. And if you'd like to be part of that program, you can read more information here and then contact one of our sales reps to get that set up for you. Our blog link takes you to the information about the blog that we have, just upcoming news about the software, webinars coming out, trainings coming out, kind of what's all what we're working on, what we want to make available for you guys. Your contact tab here will give you information on the just how to contact us, whether it be through a sales query, a support query, or any other kind of inquiry that you might have. Go ahead and fill out the information, tell us what you're looking for, and then we'll get you somebody in contact with you, whether it be from the sales team, licensing team, support team, whoever. We can get that information directly out to you. And then if you scroll down a little bit further, we also have our contact numbers for technical support from various regions around the world. So there's the U.S. number. We have two different numbers here. Typically, either one of those should work and get you into our support line. And then a little diagram there, kind of showing those numbers. And then the last tab is just the About tab, which is, again, more information about GeoGraphics, the various tools that we use, kind of our history when we started to where we are now. So you'll see we've been around for quite a long time. Again, just more basic information about us. I'll go back to the home page here real quick. And point out a few more things. Let me get this out of the way. So again, just some links here on the home page that'll take you to a lot of those things. So again, news blast that we'll have, the upcoming release for 2019.3. Like I said, we should be at release at this point. It's right around the corner. Virtual events, if you're interested in the industry events or user groups, again, that'll take you to that events tab up there. E-learning information about our webinars and virtual training, there's some links there. Product videos, again, recent webinars that we've put out for various products, both in geology and geophysics. So you can view those videos here. our Knowledge Center links, blog links, some feedback from customers we've had over time, and then your contact us link here. If you want to view us on social media, we have the links here available as well. And then one last thing I want to point out here that is fairly new to this, and at least for the support world. If you're looking to contact us at support for some information, we are now offering a live chat option directly here at the LMKR chat now. You just fill out your name and your email, and you can chat with one of our support people directly, and they can help you out from there, either directing you to the necessary person to talk to, or you just have a quick question about something. Feel free to contact us there. So that's something new that we've added. You'll see that when we're online and available, that live help is link will be down there at the bottom. And again, that'll require, I believe, the user to be registered in there at the time to be able to see that. So that is our look at our new support website. Again, I keep calling it the support website. It's the main website. Support is directly embedded into it. I like to think of it from a support standpoint, being a member of the support team myself. But we offer a lot of different things in there. Again, your information, your support, your downloads, contacting us, everything you were doing before, you'll still be able to do here. Just a new look. We hope a more streamlined look as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, kind of keep an eye out for that website. It should be live at this point. Go ahead and save it in your favorites, your toolbar along the top, so it's easy to find it later on. But gverse.com, it's available there now. So yeah, come out and check it out, and let us know if there's anything we can help you out with.